It's an issue that affects practically every woman and girl that I know.
I wasn't tall enough, I wasn't skinny enough, I wasn't blonde enough, I just wasn't enough.
For years, society has been telling women to be beautiful, as if that's the most important thing they can be. After I had my 3 children, I ended up hating my body. So I trained hard, and then, you know what? I'm standing there in my perfect body, and I'm not happy. Too much sacrifice, too much time, too much obsession, and it's just not worth it. I don't want my daughter to feel the same way, so I'm going to go find some answers. Why do so many people hate their bodies, and what can we do about it?
So Ricky, have you ever wondered what it would feel like to not worry about your weight?
I have no idea what that would feel like.
I will get body shamed by whoever's on the shoot.
I went through depression from hating my body.
Nobody should have to starve themselves to fit in with how a magazine looks.
This issue was much bigger than I ever realised. When I posted a before and after photo on Facebook, things went crazy.
She's bearing all to encourage women to appreciate their bodies.
It was headline news in Paris, in London, it was in the US, it was everywhere.
It just changed me, changed the way I see myself completely.
This body of mine, it's not an ornament, it's a vehicle.
It's not the main point of life, agonising about not having a body shape that the media insist that you should be worried about.
You open your arms to embrace others.
That for me was gold.
Darling girl, don't waste a single day of your life being at war with your body. Just embrace it.
When I learned to love my body, it felt like I'd won the golden ticket, and I wanted to share that story with as many women and people as I could around the world. So a documentary is a great way of sharing a story, and because of the before and after photograph, and it received 7,000 emails, there were so many stories to tell. So packed the bags, went out into the world, and that's what you saw was Embrace. Traditional before and after photographs, there's a woman before and she's overweight, which is really sad, and then she loses weight and miraculously she becomes happy, and I just didn't believe that. So I wanted to turn mine around and swap the photographs, and really I did it just to help some friends who were struggling with the relationship they had with their body. And of course I never expected it to go as viral as it did. It's been seen by over 100 million people now, and that's crazy, but I'm really grateful because it's given me a platform to share and talk about what is a really important subject. Stage. I remember walking from one side of the stage to the other in the bodybuilding competition, and the man who had the microphone was calling out my name, and I was walking across, and I remember seeing my dad in the audience. The audience is 1,000 people, but I could see his grey hair, and I was thinking, what is my dad thinking of me right now in my bikini, walking from one side of the stage to the other? And then it's quite funny because everyone was clapping and going, well done. So why are you saying that? This last 15 weeks has been the worst 15 weeks of my life. So the turning point really happened on stage. And you know, an hour after that competition, I was eating 2 meals and eating all my Easter eggs that I'd saved from, you know, months before. And I just went, no, I'm not doing this. This is not sustainable. This is not fun. I'm going to get my life back and eat food for fueling my body and move my body for pleasure and not punishment. And just one little baby step turns into the next. And yeah, this is the story that a lot of women are developing for themselves now, and it's really exciting.
Well, we didn't meet the first time. I just saw the trailer, the crowdfunding trailer online on Kickstarter thing where Taryn was trying to raise money to make this documentary, and that touched me very much. Like it kind of was on my timeline, and I really, I watched the trailer and cried and was really emotional about it, and then which I normally don't do, and and so I wanted to support the whole thing, and gave money to the project, and Taryn, well, kind of got in touch to say thanks, and that's how we met them. And then we started Skype, and that was very beautiful. And it became clear pretty soon that we would become friends very quickly because we just really clicked. And then we got into the whole subject and found out that we had a lot to share, and we were pretty, there were a lot of common thoughts on this, and so then really had this challenge or like a struggle in that dimension, and I was definitely not aware of how much it was in my mind, but I had the same experience. I trained once for a film a couple of years ago where I had a lot of naked scenes. It was shot in Paris, and I got to work with a personal trainer and for 2 months, and also got to this point where I was feeling this is like I'm getting obsessed here. This is a full-time type of thinking, and I cannot focus, and like I couldn't even understand anymore how I could focus on anything else before, or how I could go back there. And then then there was a film, and after that it changed, and I got back into it. But it made me think a lot about this. This really takes up a lot of your focus, and so then I started to kind of work also a different way, but it was not as traumatic before. I have different kinds of struggles with my body where I'm really like pushing myself and punishing myself to go to work, even though I'm like very, very sick, and to always attend work, where like this is more like, but it's the same thinking, it's the same things, the same war against your body in terms of you have to go and have your little critic and your little punisher being there, like, and I had to learn that too, just to be mild with me. It's good that that you say that, so because we are such a tunnel vision on the topics. I would say we forgot. Of course, it's not. If it's not about it's not about saying bigger is better, or or this shape is, or please be a triangle now. It's saying try to get back to the thought that there's different types of bodies, that there's different shapes, and that we constantly get bombarded with one single type, and we try to fit in that thing, and that is wrong. Just listen, and also start to listen to what your body tells you. And also, the body is something that changes. It will change. It will age, and try to read what your body does first, and not try to put it into this artificial form before even knowing what you would basically look like right now if you're still living healthy and being nice to yourself. It's not against skinny people, I hope, because I'm like so skinny.
No, of course it's not. And I think it drives me crazy when I see memes on social media that say things like, real women have curves. Yeah, I kind of go, oh, well, if you're not born with curves, you're not a real woman. This body image movement and this film is for everybody. There's, I can't tolerate any shaming of any body type. It's irrelevant whether someone's small, large, brown, white, tall, short. Who cares?
And it's also fine if you go and do a lot of sports and get fit. It's fine if it's your choice. Do whatever you want. Like in the late part of the movie, one of the protagonists say, "Well, listen, get fit, don't get fit, no one cares. Do whatever you want. It's not about like people don't do sports or It's just think: are you doing what you actually want to do, or are you trying to fit in? Are you running the red race, or are you running a race where you're like, dress up as a rat because you want to dress up as a rat, you know, or be like happy about because it's Rat Day in your life. Just take your own life back, and if you want to be Popeye, then be, you know, like nobody will judge. Like we will also not judge that. So if you don't judge, then you don't judge.
Absolutely. And I have a lot of friends who still they're bodybuilders now, and they love it, and they feel great when they go to the gym, and that suits them, and it makes them happy. So I'm always encouraging women to do whatever makes you feel good. They love the film. It's opening up conversations. It's making women not feel alone about how they feel. It's connecting women. It's liberating women. I've had nothing but exceptional and really positive feedback, and that it's been life-changing for many. So,
yeah, well, same here. It's really overwhelming. We're drowning in a sea of messages that are like really touching and amazing, and it's a good way of drowning. It's the best possible way of drowning. I mean, you're still dead, but it's kind of cool. I need to work on my metaphors. Anyway, next time.
Thank you so much.